fourth installment, fourth episode of Ye Old BB Tag. I'm just trying to file my way into the lobby. Give me a second while I remember how to do these things. I need that on. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah. You're not worried about me. If I messed up, I messed up. Looks like we should be good. As we have eight combatants here to see who is going to make it out on top of this double limb bracket. Have some new faces, have some familiar faces. Got some people from Texas here this time around, but not going to see any of them in the first round. Actually going to see Zonebreakers Online 3's champion, Technical East Side. I guess he's Technical West Side now after the end of Grand Blue. Seeing how he's going to fare against one of Zonebreakers' own Sonido. Sonido over there with his signature Mai, playing Yumi as well. Technical, a man of many mysteries, many marvels. Even though he's been staying pretty consistent with R.O.B Yumi throughout the online series. We'll see how this goes. Enough of the formalities, we came to fight. Already starting off on opposite ends. Sonido opting to try to lock the screen with a cross combo, but gets welcomed to the right side with a falling JB from Technical. So, pretty simple defense to thwart off the cross combo. Used a lot of time, so he's not going to be able to put the most pressure on, but Sonido, a little too early on his assist call, got clipped, and he didn't have the need of the burst just yet. Got hit out of a DP, so Mai could just be done. Going to go into the aerial rave. Has the timing to get an assist from R.O.B, and yeah, Mai didn't really get to say too much in this match. Yumi left on her own with a full bar, but only has a level 2 res, so it's going to be pretty rough for her. Safe jump setup into cross combo pressure. Using res just to burn a little bit of time, throw off the momentum as well. Good block to burn some time, but not so much on the JC. Technical still able to pick up the spares and trying to see if he can close this out without getting touched. Has 2 meters and an assist call, so it should be pretty simple for him at this point. Gonna use the first 2 with Yumi. Getting back into R.O.B, and bruh, what a statement to start things off. Man came out the gate and got a perfect and BB tag.
I can't believe I actually got to fight a real ninja. Hey, can you show off some of it?
Not too surprised to see that come out of the third champion.
I'm honored.
I think a strong showing by Technical is a bit of an understatement with that. But he got a good. But that was just one game. All of these games are going to be races to 3. So see if Technical can keep up status quo at this point is a high bar that he has set for himself. Or see if Sonido can make a dent in him in game 2 and get himself on the board.
Get ready.
Gonna ditch Yumi for Yang. Interesting choice. I mean, with the way that game just went, I kind of look at this and say, did you not even really want to give him much of a chance? Because there wasn't much of a game in the beginning. This one not starting off as well for Sonido, starting superbly for Technical, depending on which camp you're on. He finds his way in and gets a 5A, safe jump again. And he gets to confirm that the cross combos are going to be able to punish the burst too. Okay. Aerial rave. And the swap to tack on more damage. 5 digits? Yes, sir. Empty jump low. And the burst coming right here. Just steps around it. If you would have got a punish on that, that would have been so sick. Sonido hit the assist, so that's progress. Not too much of it though. Aerial rave again. Gonna have assist in 4 meters. Pretty sure Technical doesn't want to hear semblance right now. And he's gonna make short work of the Yang. Mrs. Rose coming in by herself, finding herself in the middle of a sandwich, just firing off the DP, but can't find her split image on the other side. And that's a quick 2 games going over to the west side. Now, Sonaido gonna switch again. I don't think it's his characters at this point,
Can you show off some of your
because
skills?
a lot of it has really just been one interaction. I don't even really call it an interaction with the way they were going. It was like a call and response, if you will. First round, party really got started from a falling defensive jump B. The second one, Tekla is able to find his way under a firecracker and pry open the defenses with a 5A. Naito's looking like he's going to stick with Yang Ruby in this one. And I mean, there's really not a lot for me to say at this point, simply because Sonaito's not been able to establish himself at all. So that's the first thing he's got to do, just like survive the first exchange. It's time he's going offensive, and this is already a lot better. Catches him same side, gets a swap back into Yang. I believe it was same side. He mixed them up. Okay. Kind of patiently waiting, letting the cross combo go. Tekla only getting an ice shard on that. Wasn't really ready for a DP there, but a 4P, thwarting the attempts of Sonaito. Back dash and leaving him in his sandwich. Cross combo again. Wasn't ready for the swap, but luckily he got the burst out in time. 2A, tick throw. Didn't think it confirmed. Kind of interesting because I am pretty sure I'm 95% sure that Tekla didn't have a burst right there, so that wasn't really any need to try to bait and burst or anything. But still, Sonaito in a much better position than in the first two games. Falling into a 2B, not so much the answer that he wants, and he's getting locked out of his burst for the time being. Doesn't want to commit to it just yet. Good defense to get out and a sandwich. Trying to reestablish himself. Didn't get the swap that he wanted. Pretty sure he wanted an attack there, but still okay for now. Trying to hammer his way. Got clipped with the 5A. It is there. Sweeping the rug out from under him as he's trying to fly in the air. Semblance. So he gets a second to look at this. And even with the pause button, got hit on the dome piece with the JA. Burst got punished as well. Thinking that Ruby and Yang are on life support. Going into the auto combo switch. I forget the name for that. Worried about that. Active switch. Yang trying to see if she can drive in the stakes in the comeback. And a block and a push block. Got Ka trying to move on the backside though. The gunshot. Sonaito not ready, but as he tried to push his way, he got shoved off and cleaned up with a 5B, and that's going to be 3 quick games going to Tekla. Pretty strong showing for him as he got his broom out and cleaned up the first game here. And Zonebreakers Online number 4 going to have him moving on into the next round. See if I can catch you next. Yeah, we're gonna have everybody on stream first. Get all the winners on stream first. First round of winners. Let everybody strut on stage, get their introductions and out and everything, so everybody can just get a little information about them. Show everybody a warm welcome. And while we're taking a second to get the next players on stage, you could take a second and help out this tournament, because just like many online events, yes, this is another one that is crowd-funded by Matcherino. So if you hit ! Matcherino, I don't know if there's a slide or anything. Just follow me. ! Matcherino in the chat. Gonna pull up some links to 2 events, this one and the Grand Blue, that you can still donate to. Go to the link. Use the code ZBTAG04. After you log in with your favorite social media, can't forget that part. They got to identify you. So log in first. Then use the coupon code ZBTAG04, and it'll create 50 cents to add to the pot. There's some other things you can do. We'll hit on those later because we got a match going on right now. We have one of the Texas squad that has been invading in this 4th go-around. Reich had a pretty nice showing earlier in Grand Blue. Gonna be rocking Igus and Batista. Going with the bots.
Support routine for Type 7 Igus.
Squaring off against Phoenixian? Phoenixian, yes. Blake and Yumi. Going into The Shinrin Kagura Shrine. The Beach Shrine. That's a lot of space. It's a lot of real estate to cover with a JB. But there's a lot of B's over in Blake's name. He needs to find one to get Icons off of her. Right, she's able to make a little bit of his space. Not able to flag down Blake as she skirts herself out of the corner, but a couple of covering fire shots, I think is a fancy word. Just a lot of bullets in the air, taking up all the space that Phoenix wants to fly in, anti-air shots, controlling this guy. Getting a knockdown, getting out of the corner, sweeping the Orgia, but no real confirm from it. Oh, fire. Been doing pretty good. Even though Wrights hasn't been able to find the confirms that he needs so far. This one is going to be the big one. Gets the assist punish on the burst. He can pick that up, but a lot of the damage is really been done at this point. Skirting over one volley of shots. Can't get over the second one. Man, if only she didn't have infinite ammo. That's probably what's on Phoenixian's mind right now as he finds himself locked in the sandwich. He's going to try to burst out. Pretty successful. Found both the bots a little busy. But runs into a 5B, and that's going to be the end of Yumi. Blake left by herself against Batista. I think this is the first time Batista's been on point. It's a pretty good time for her to be on point. Switch back to Igus, though. 2 speeds lurking. Nice. Batista gets tagged. It's not the worst just yet. Step in 5B. Doesn't get... Actually, I can't tell if it's hit. I was looking at the bar, and with the chip that came out, I just assumed that hit, but leaves Igus on a pickle. Might need it with that drop. Gets cleaned up by 5Ds, and there's a chance for Phoenixian. He has a level 4 res. Trying to hold on to it, skirts around. Well, he tried to 5C. I gotta keep up with this one. So finds some pushback 5D, that's pretty good. Still holding on to his res. 2 meters. He gets the knockdown. Trying for the chase. Wrights is able to skirt himself to freedom. Wrights pops his res because I need to figure out what side that res is on. He got it there. Ooh, didn't believe that it was going to hit. He gets on the backside, gets the punish on this. No counter hit because, well, it's Batista. If you don't know, she doesn't get counter hit. She gets that little bit of a luxury, and that kind of helps out, is that's able to keep her afloat, find the hit, and take the first game away from Phoenixian. Right on the board.
Necessity of investment.
Oh, man, I need to wake up. It's BB Tag. Some fast-paced action going on. Like I can't even say this is so much the game as the two players and their game plans with the characters. Just fairly mobile characters. Igus able to zip around a decent amount with Orgia dashes and everything. Blake, well, she's like a cat lady. She kind of just dive from here and there. Is quite limber, if you will. Trying to see if she can sneak her way behind and set up an opening for Yumi to land some ice shards from the back line.
Assault. Please aid me.
Those are just one of the mini game plans that we will possibly see as we go into game 2. Here we go. Backdash, 5 feet. Batista to get in there and make the magic happen. She answers the call. Didn't have the swap, but it's okay. Ice getting clipped by 2C, but there's no real confirm. Still going down the wreck is into the aerial wave. Over to the shoreline, more specifically. And an air dash back. It's pretty nice from Phoenixian. A little unfortunate that super doesn't have any invul to punish the burst. Still, this round is looking so good for him. Getting another conversion from the sandwich. Taking the throw this time. That's the weary of a burst coming out. Eyes under it. Didn't punish it directly, but was able to keep ahead in the scramble. And this is going to be Igus on the deck. Now, this is going to be pretty hard for Batista to come back from. He only has a level 2 res to work with, 2 meter. And, I mean, that could have been the round right there if Yumi reached a little bit further. Oh, tricky. I don't know if that was the entire intent of Phoenixian. He called the assist, but I don't even remember exactly what he used to halt this momentum. I don't think it was a JC, but it looked like Reich was entirely ready for a cross-up that wasn't there. No matter what the reasoning was, he got opened up. He got dumped on the table, left himself in a 1-1 gambit against Phoenixian as we go into game 3.
Get ready. Get ready.
The way we're rocking and rolling, I'm assuming that character swap or team swap is not entirely in either one of these two's arsenals right now. I mean, that's very obvious though. We're in game 3. Yeah. Nice. Lumen Stella, I believe that's called. Giant pink ball, keeping Blake in check. She finds herself on the outside, finds herself in a pretty good position to begin a relentless assault on Aigis in the corner. Gets one hit, but it's not a big hit, so let's try with a cross combo. Nothing really going from that. And a nice escape. Escape with a 5P assist call as well. Ooh! I don't know if he wanted the DP or a push block, but Ice is actually very fortunate that the only thing he got was slapped on the wrist. Especially with a Yumi there. Yumi 5B, that huge opportunity gone, and Rice is making the most out of it, getting the overhead from the cross combo. The throw. Phoenixian is able to bear his fangs in just a little bit. Nice 2B. Sweeping the sky, getting the side swap as well. Is that it? Because there's no burst. Didn't have the meter. You're gonna opt a 50-50 for your soul, and a burst saves the day. The jump in not deep enough to get it confirmed, but still control going over the right. If one jump is not enough, we're gonna double down on them just to make sure. Cross combo getting to the other side. Good block for Phoenixian and a DP. Get a little bit of space. Got a lot of life to cut through though. Just trying to chip away. Right up backing for dear life. Just content to taking the chip, knowing that it's possible for him to get it back a little bit later. DP also getting fouled into the chip department. Not looking too good for Batista, but still she charges forward. And again, into the backside, no good DP. One more time. Yeah, we're gonna need more than those. DX type, no good. Dash cancel, finding the hit, but again too high for Wright to really do anything with. And he gets it. Thought he was going to leave that DP on the table, but it's an unfortunate drop for Phoenixian. Gives Wright another chance to play, and he tags it immediately, bursting though to bring Aigis back out. Aigis, Ogus. Pick your favorite Val. We don't need Vals, we need confidence right here, and trying to see who gets the win. It's a throw, going to another one-on-one. Right, if he can get away, would have been able to get some life back and find himself in a strong spot with a res, but an unfortunate DP. And all things considered, I imagine he was actually looking for the push block, but there's so low block stun, such low block stun, that'll sometimes creep up with Blake's normals, her B normal, so could have been either or. Either way, Phoenixian will gladly take that, clawing their way back from a huge deficit to set the count 2-1 and threaten to move on to the next round of winning. What's happening here in game 4? Everybody's kind of taking a second. Recollecting thoughts, Phoenixian locked in again. Wright's following suit. Yeehaw! That's a good title. That's a good title for a Texan.
Commencing high mobility assault. Please aid me. Request authorized.
Gonna have to see this cowboy can slang the iron. There's gonna go out guns blazing here in game 4. Had to remember it real quick. Again, Wright needing one more game to stay afloat in the winner's bracket. Trying to fly over to the other side. I just saw Batista frozen over there. Side switch, gun to the back. Whole lot of chaos going on, and it's chaos that is working out in Phoenixian's favor. Gets the punish, goes down to the aerial raise. Side swaps as well. One of the benefits of Blake, always able to dive to the backside and gonna close out Batista before she can really get anything started. So this is looking really hard for Rice. Air dash back in the corner for the overhead. Drop the confirm, but still Phoenixian in a really good position, finding another GP to get some space to get Yumi in there. Taking the bot out of the skies with the shards, and really and truly, before I can even get any wins in my sails, that's game 4 in the books. Phoenixian going up 3-1 and moving on
You should try
through the winner's bracket.
Having friends isn't so bad, surprisingly.
That game was just like watching the destruction derby. It's two trucks just ramming at each other. You know, somebody ain't gonna make it out clean, man. But it all worked out for Phoenixian. They're able to get the hit, force the burst, and get a solid punish on the burst as well. Jazz in the past. Over here in Zonebreakers, online Zonebreakers, we move fast. Before we can even really collect our thoughts, we are into the next match. Razzo, who entered last time, wasn't able to show up, is gonna give us a showing here. Gonna be squaring off against Mother. Couple of new faces here in the online festivities. Go Carmine Yang. Okay. Common team, if I understand. Excuse me if I'm sounding very fraudulent right now. I tend to do that, but I know that was cited as a pretty staple team, a pretty strong team. That being manned by Mother. Razzo over there with Seth and Yumi. Team that I know I've seen a couple people have some success with. Some people that aren't here right now. It's all about what Razzo can do. They have Mother locked over in the corner trying to see if they can get any opening. Mother was a pretty good defense over there. Yang getting tagged again, but DP trying to see if they can get a little bit of space. With Razzo giving up the combo, getting a hit. Let me bring this back down, trying to get a little too fancy with my words, and there's no fanciness over there, just waiting a little bit before going in with the 2A. Razzo finding another hit, and there's no burst just yet, so into the aerial raise. This is looking really good. Gonna leave Yang on life support. Symbols to try to see if she can stay alive. Good block, DP, not so much. Second one, getting a little bit, and because she didn't get cleaned out on a pixel, this could be the break that Mother needs. Did confirm 17-5. And lock Razzo in for the assault. Going to the top side and forcing out the burst. Can't punish Chitso, that's Yumi in for free. She gets a nice pickup. And that means so much to Razzo, taking the wind out of Mother's sails before they can really get into the started. I say that, but Yang over the top. Doesn't get it confirmed. On top side again, no good. On the backside, Seth 5-2. Everything that we need. Going into the confirm from that aerial raise, and that's going to be the end of Mother in game 1. Razzo was looking so strong. Mother put up a good bit of a fight, though. They were able to get everything started. Find a good hit. It was pretty good, but just gave up few pretty meaningful opportunities. Like, the thing that's really burned in my head wasn't even the deciding moment of the match, but it was just after having to sit and block for so long and thwarting so many attempts, reached out with a Carmine DP only to find a block. Kind of telling for how the first game went in my mind. A lot of Razzo oppression. So see what Mother has in game 2. See if they can establish some space, establish some offense. This space or offense kind of depends on who's going to be at the on point at the time. I imagine Carmine doesn't really want to be in the thick of things if he can really avoid it. Yang, on the other hand, you know she won't. she's off to the races, but didn't really find a clean opening, so find yourself under assault from the agile Seth. I don't know what that was about. It was kind of interesting, but no real harm done. Carmine getting in at the cost of a burst for now, so got to be a little cautious on the offense. Looking pretty good. And he finds a 2B, but just didn't believe it was going to be there, so there's no confirm. The block on the 5C. Cross side. Nah, no sandwiches for you. Not hungry just yet. Gonna have to come with a better lunch. See if this got stopped with the eye shark. Can't confirm, a little too far from it. And in the backside, can't get hit. It's a lot of scraps. And I can't even say it's a lot of scraps being left on the table. It's just the way these hits are. They're really hard things to confirm. This is the first solid thing that we had in the game so far. Wedgman goes for the low, ready for the burst. Yes. Big punish on that. And gets to the backside. So there's going to be no burst for this. Is this going to be the end of Yumi? Not just yet. Chase down, getting derailed by a push block. And now Razzo with a bit of it all. Really just a bit of space creation. That's a better way to put it. Getting Seth in there in the front. Not really ready to get the swap. That was kind of awkward. Still no real harm done, except for Carmine coming in again. Cost of a burst. He was okay the first time. Let's see if he can do it again. Big 4P from deep. Can't find anything. Nice confirm. Counter hit confirmed with the cancel on the 2A. Or the cancel with the 2A, with cancel. And Yumi gonna come in and mop up the mess. Switch around the incoming, but can't get away from the DP. You and your friend. And that Seth getting carted off with a command throw. Kind of scary for him. Razzle's still trying to press forward. Gotta be a little careful for a couple of seconds. Gets the hit. Using the meters. Is that gonna be enough? Shouldn't have even questioned it. It's another one in the books. I actually have to bring up the count.
You fight evil with evil. Where's the
Streamer, what's the count? Put it in my ear real
Your
quick.
existence must be a fragile one.
2-0.
A long walk on thin ice.
Thank you.
Your concern is misplaced.
Razzo sitting up 2 games. I have a win. Well, no, that win counter doesn't stay there. I'm remembering stuff. I'm a mid-tier commentator. You ain't worried about me though, because I'm in the same position you are, trying to see if Razzo can move on into the second round with a clean sweep. Mother not going off into the silent night yet, has one more chance to stay alive. Coming in again with Carmine Yang into game 3. Let's see what's happening. Going back to the training stage. Got to make sure to have all the lines, hit all the measurements, stay in the right squares. Don't make any hasty moves and nobody's going to get hurt. Here we go. Came out the gate, dumped the meter on the floor with the EX lunge. I like that. Showing that they're there for business. Didn't find the hit. And in fact, he's getting hit on the other side. But Razzo's just showing that here for business. Cross combo getting shut down. DP on the mark. No. Still can't really do anything. And with a lot of life already gone, using a lot of blood moves, this is pretty scary. But too slow on the super, so this is a huge opportunity for Mother. Using the JC. Helping to confirm at the end. And that would have been the end of Seth. That was confirming the super that we really needed. But be like that sometimes. Tried the little fight getting over the ice shark. 2B, yeah. No counter here. Can't really get that. Gets to the backside. Swift movement. Chasing it again. Wasn't ready for the counter. Coast to coast with the raves. Similar slide under. Try to attack. DP to get this to Ace Yumi. Cross combo. But it's a cross combo just to save Carmine in that situation. But he gets a 4P on the backside. That's a huge one. It's not going to be enough to take Yumi out of the picture just yet, but leaves everybody in red life for a second. Which Seth is going to be the first one to get back to full if things stay the way they are right now. Can't imagine being the case. Mother's got to be real careful with that Carmine. I wonder how much life has been thrown away with blood charge and everything, but that doesn't matter too much. If 2D gets a little bit of space to break that Mother needs. Doesn't want to try to put a meaty on the recovery of the resonance. So giving Razzle some space to work with. So he dives on the grenade of a 4P, 5P. Switching from side to side, getting a little bit of life back from Carmine, going straight into the super slow. There's not going to be a second one though, but that burned all the res time. That's really huge. But gives up another Carmine DP. And with 4 meters, it's going to be him off the game. Off the game, out the game, off the board, off the table. One-on-one scenario. Yang, the only thing that can keep Mother in the winner's bracket for now. The Firecracker. Pretty good start into the res sequence. 2B. Confirmed. We've seen this out of Razzle so far, but doesn't have the meter to finish this off. So there's going to be one more look. Tech, get off. Gets away from another throw attempt. See what's really on Mother's mind. Just reaching. Desperately trying to get nits, but yo, it's JA. Okay. Razzle thought it was safe to stay in the skies, but you know, after reaching so many times and not finding him on the ground, pretty good idea to look in the air. Put a big boot out there, and what do you find? 1 game on the board for Mother. One's just a start, though. Gotta get 3 to move on to the next round of the winner's bracket. So let's see if we can repeat the magic again in game 4. Or if that was just a fluke in the way of Razzle. Look, I promise I'm going to work on my segue sometime. I promise. That's a long sync. The net play, we okay?
Get ready.
Internet, hello? That's kind of foreboding if you ask me.
Can't escape
The
from
long
crossing
load.
fate.
Here we go on to game 4. Again, Mother with Carmine Yang, trying to see if they can get the second game. Stay alive. Razzo putting a little damage on with Seth and Yumi. See if they can close it out. That's what you're looking for a Carmine DP for. Says no to sandwich. Carmine getting shut down. Both of them getting hit, but wasn't entirely sure that was going to happen, so Mother wasn't ready to throw a 5B out there and pick that one off. But still stopping both of them was pretty good. 2D from Yang. Starting us off over in the corner. Fade away 4P. Couldn't get around the burst. Yeah, it looked like neither one of them were really ready to be in that situation. Kind of hesitant to really do anything. Here's Carmine again. Couldn't get the 5A out there in time. Big flag, Seth down. He's able to jump, get his offense started. Could be the beginning of the end for Carmine. Looking pretty scary. The reset. Yang comes in, takes the hit. Not going to be taking this one for free, though. Are you going to bring Carmine in? Yeah. Like Mother wants to hang on the semblance to bring this one back. But it's going to be a huge comeback if either one of them go down right now. Finds a hit. Finds a big hit, in fact. It's a decent amount of life back, too. Ooh. Gets the counter hit confirmed. Is that going to be the end of Seth? Chance to burst, but a punish. Awkward one, though, because of where everybody got hit. I know Mother would love to have that one back. It's a semblance, though. Gets the punish on the DP, waiting for it. The pace pays off. I believe this is the first time Mother has been in the driver's seat, forcing Razzle to res first. It's going to be a level 4 res again. This is going to be a tough one, but if Mother can survive, it's easier said than done as Carmine gets his ankles lit up with a 2A, in with the res semblance, but none of those really matter as the shadow, the night, finds the mark and finds the 4th game for Razzle. Moves on 3-1. And it's going to be staying afloat here
Where's the
in
justice in that?
Zonebreakers Online.
Your
Mother
existence
gonna
must be a
have to
fragile
come back a little later
A long
in the
walk.
bracket of alternative success, but that's a story for another day. Because I assume with the way things have been going, we've already got the 4th match lined up. Maybe. Possibly. I mean, I know what it is. I'm just waiting on the game. Oh, yeah. They're already in the live. You ready, dude? This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for.
Get ready. Get
One of the
ready.
big stars of Zonebreakers Online, Buck Sunny, over there with his punchy people, Makoto and Azriel, going against, if I remember correct, I don't want to say a newcomer. I want to say Diddley was in one of the earlier Zonebreakers Online, but
Sorry,
representing character that
this party's
we
starting.
don't really see too often in the online events. Not the Ruby, there's a lot of Ruby, but a Rachel, Mrs. Alucard. Gonna tuck her in the back for now. See how she's gonna be able to assist Ruby as we get into our 4th winners round 1 game. Immediately with a sandwich, and Azriel coming in getting clipped. Wasn't ready for the overhead. Something got to be really aware of. Fast instant overheads coming out of Rachel. And a lot of screen control. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this at some point in time, but it wasn't the last one. I want to say Zonebreakers 2. Maybe I could be wrong. Doesn't matter what I see right now. It's what Sunny sees. Only thing Sunny is seeing is the deck, as he is getting floored time and time again. How does he get out of the corner? Doesn't look like it's going to be coming anytime soon, as he gets locked in with a 4P, hit with the instant JAs again, and with a reset, that's the end of Azriel. Makoto going off into the scrub. I can't say she's going off to the side of the match yet, but got opened up with a low, second one again. And that was just a freaking clinic, dude. Jeez. Showing that might doesn't always make right. At the end of the day, the last one standing is the one who didn't get hit the most. And when you get opened up time and time again, it's not the recipe to win. So that was not a lot I can really say other than trying to fluff that up a lot more than I did. Diddley got in there and he diddly did the thing. Make sure to keep whoever's in front in check, keep them under assault. It was really just about getting Rachel in cleanly.
Let the feast begin.
That's been one of the things about the characters throughout the entirety of BB Tag. No matter where you put her, it's like if you can just get her in cleanly, get her in on her own terms, get her in with control, she's pretty devastating. Not the most damaging character, but good luck. Situation like this, good luck. And luck hands out for Sunny as he found a DP with his gang, by the way. I know I've been talking throughout the Twitch and everything, but found a little success for getting a breaker to DP so far, but one DP is not enough to win a round by itself. Using the rods, forcing Azriel in. Yo, 5C. Blunt force trauma to the dome. Don't need any fancy overheads over here. Just using system mechanics. Speaking of mechanics, you can just basic again. You guess she's back. Sophie, J.A. Working to the front side. And that was, like, I saw that Diddley was doing that earlier. Like, just using JA2A. And I don't know if, like, the JA was supposed to whip, but that one looked very blatant. Like, a literal option select. Eventually caught the Yang, and she had the burst to save Azriel and died. Azriel working the Black Hawk Stinger! But, yeah, that's not a egg attack? I forget which one hits chair. We ain't worried about chairs no more. We're worried about roses. And this rose has wilted. Jeez, double Black Hawk Stinger. Gonna need a couple more to take out Rachel. You mean to tell me they gave her a anti-air and didn't want to use theirs? Okay. Rally. Let me see if you can find anything. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find Rachel. Even if you do, get an absorber to Rally. Yo, we're not deterred. Yeah, Yeah, this one's looking really hard for Sunny Chan to charge in and runs into a bat, and that's going to be the second game going to Diddley.
Hey, why don't you use an actual weapon?
Ah. The best Rachel ever? Gotcha. She out there diddly doing the thing, man.
Get ready.
Man, you trying to make me open the chat, aren't you? Appreciate it.
This is starting to look like a party.
Yeah. It's not a question about what I say, it's a question about what I know. Getting all the lore right here. Pretty pristine showing of Rachel. Ruby not so much as DP getting fired off into a block, starting off game 3, but not the worst case scenario. Running into a 5v though. That one might not be so good. Rachel gonna come save the day, holding on for right now. Ruby, you got yourself in this mess. You're gonna have to work yourself out of it. Staring down at Azriel. Sorry, it's just kind of funny knowing that, you know, Azriel can't run, so he's literally gonna stroll in to throw somebody. But Diddley was ready. And here's Rachel. Andrew. And the entire squad ready to see if they can make ends meet for the mess that Ruby's left on the table, starting off with a punish on a burst. Here's Yang. Always ready and willing to unload a couple of bombs. Safe jump. Ooh, I thought it was safe. I couldn't see. There was too much light over there. I couldn't see the numbers. Nah, that one's safe. Tucked in behind George, covering all the options. Blackhawk gonna be going down. And that leaves Yang with semblance. 2 levels of res, a hope and a dream. It's gonna be kind of hard, but that's a good look. Didn't even want to punish the DP, just charged through it with the armor. Doesn't have anything for Ruby neutral jumping in the air, so this is gonna be another sandwich, and this is one Sunny is gonna have to take down to the losers bracket and enjoy at the table. That is a 3-0 for Diddley. That looked rough. that looked rough for Sunny. But, I mean, when you have 2 characters that just want it, well, I guess really 3, because he started off with Makoto. And you have a whole bunch of characters that want to brawl. They're literally called brawlers. Going against a chick with a gun and a chick that can fly and control the entire screen, it's good luck. It's good luck. Like I've been saying the whole time, Diddley got out there and Diddley did the thing. And that last game wasn't even a whole lot of like Rachel high-lows. In fact, I don't think there were any Rachel high-lows. Just a lot of Ruby really got beat up in the beginning, but was able to hold on. Let Rachel get things started, and Ruby came back and fixed the mistakes that she had going in the beginning. Something we'll get to see a little more of as we go a little further down in the winners bracket. While we got a second, you know what time it is. You know you can't just sit in the tournament, can't sit in the stream and not get shielded at. It's that time. Because this is yet another Matcherino tournament. Put the slide up there if you haven't done it already. They can go to either one of the links, probably the BB tag because we're still here, but the Grand Blue Matcherino is still open. So go to both of them. For BB tag, you need to sign in, use your favorite social media. After you sign in, go to contribute, go to the coupon code field and enter ZBTAG04. Enter the code in, and Matcherino will be so gracious to create 50 cents to add to the pot. Now you can do a little bit more. There's some sponsor quests you can do, which is like click some links, go to some pages, probably like, follow, subscribe, which you can do here if you're liking the action going on. And that'll generate some more money to add to the pot, if you're feeling so gracious, which we would be so thankful for, you could donate your own hard-earned money. Well, maybe it's not hard-earned, but the money you have nonetheless. Haha. There's many ways you too can get involved with the action you're seeing here. Now, enough of my shilling. That's not what you came for. You came for BB Tag, and in a second you're going to get a little bit more of that. Round 2 action, as Phoenixians already waiting and raring to go with Blake and Yumi. Going to be squared off against Tech the West Side. Yes, the East Side is dead. Yeah, it's Tech the East Side. Let's see where he's going in the second round. Wouldn't be surprised if he actually goes with the Ruby Yumi that he has. That's what he's been playing as of late in the tournaments, but he's had a couple of teams. Plays a lot of characters. I'm surprised I haven't seen Elaborate in a while, but you know, I'm not technical. He has a lot of strategy, a lot of game plans, a lot of thought processes behind the characters that he plays, and maybe you just ultimately said, you know, Ruby Yumi covers everything that I want to do. Or maybe it's a grind session. Either way, we're going to have to, I guess, take a second and see if we can get this net play situation situated. Phoenixian had to back out real quick. It'd be like that sometimes. Guess we're gonna have to take a second and appreciate you all for coming out here, chilling in the chat for Zonebreakers Online, for giving me your ear. I have to thank you a lot for that, because I know I ramble, and rave for really no reason for the most part, but I mean, without y'all, there'd be no reason for me to be here. Something I'm a real proponent of, proprietor of, poster boy of, if you will. I mean, you can always have a tournament, all right? You don't specifically have to stream the tournament, right? You don't have to show it to anybody. You can just tell people to go out there and play. If you're going to have it, some people like to see it. And when people like to see it, they like hearing people talking about it. So without you, there'd be no point to me. There'd be no point to the stream. So thank you. And I say thanks to you in the chat, but it's also thanks to you over in the YouTubes. I see you out there. Thanks to you out there in the Twitch VODs. I see you out there. You might not be here now on the 6th, but you might be here on the 7th, might be here on the 14th. You might be here when we get out of confinement, quarantine, and lockdown. What's up? About to restart the room? What? Oh, no. I'm getting there. Shut up. I'm coming. I have to remember how to do this. All right. Yeah, before I was so rudely interrupted, thank you. Thank you for everybody who's sitting here and staying with us through these trying times. I say that half jokingly, half seriously. Seriously, because, you know, the serious things that are happening right now. Jokingly, because technical difficulties have happened. You still got a quick second to run in the kitchen, grab a snack real quick if you need to. Probably could maybe go to the bathroom, keep it quick. Put a little water in the dog's bowl, the cat's bowl, whatever your pet is. Not saying you have to be a dog lover or a cat lover. It could be a lot of things. Might still be rocking hamsters. Might be a bird person. All right, what's happening? All right. All right. Why can't you just use the same one? Are you still going to be in here? Is that what's happening? $26. I respect that. Now hold on. But before I answer this, are you on the stream? Or are you still muted on? Oh dang! I was trying to. Wait, you're muted?
Alright, now I'm unmuted.
Dang. So they didn't hear that. Hold on. I ain't got to answer nothing. We got to go to a commercial break while we get this settled. I'll be R.O.B. Got him. But nah, you got to ask your question again because the people have just been listening to me talk to myself, so they think I'm crazy.
Oh, yeah, that was intentional. All that's intentional.
I know. I hate when people do it.
No, just while we're waiting, I just wanted to, you commentate these games all the time for us, which we very much appreciate. Just want to know if you've been playing these games at all. You have a lot of game knowledge, but how often have you been playing?
I turn them on to try to remember some move names. I know what you're doing. You try to throw me under the bus here, and I just have. What do I mean? You know exactly what I mean. Because this is going to turn into, man, why aren't we playing? Why don't we do an exhibition right now? And I mean, technically I could.
I mean,
I turned it on this week, believe it or not. But yeah, it's not like I'm steady grinding or anything.
I'm not trying to bait you into anything. I just want to get some more thoughts. I want to get into the mind of Dobie. That's all.
Who wants to be there? That's a scary place.
Also, we do have the room up. Yeah. Got you the keyword. Oh, they've already started the first match though.
Oh no!
Get ready.
So we'll let it rock for now.
In battle. Dang.
Actually, I'm gonna have a solution for this. Hold on.
What's that?
Can't escape from
Alright,
crossing.
see if you can see that.
Oh no, we doing this? I'll totally be down to do it. Hold on. Yeah. The radio comment. Are you putting this on your stream or is this radio?
Oh, no, this is both. So like I'm streaming right now with the game on. I'm getting this to you so you can actually see it. So it's
Okay. Where am I at? Getting around the burst. Oh, actually, I have to minimize something because I have something else in the background that's distracting. Okay. What's the situation here? Tectal getting a 5P on both of them. Yumi 5P is pretty good. Still has them both in a combo. Bit of a drop, but this also worked out because it sets up the sandwich. Gets the cross-up gunshot. And then Yumi just getting an ice shard on the way down. I say just getting an ice shard on the way down. It means a whole lot because that's going to be the first character I was going to say first round. The first thing going over to Tectal. He's doing pretty good right now. Rez buying some time, but not too much as Phoenixian is swinging into a super, putting it on the table first, and it's kind of what happens sometimes. Tectal charging in, taking a 5-8, and taking the first game. We finally got everything situated. All right, so can I close this now? So can I close this now?
You're more than welcome to close this, or I can keep it up. Your choice.
Nah, I want to go back to mine.
I'll get.
How do I get non-distracting things out of the corner of my eye? All right, I think I'm good. Who in the world? Did Phoenixian tag him mother? Hold on. Gang Karma? Here again? See what they got. See if Yang Carmine is the answer that Phoenixian needs against the might of Tectal. Ruby Yumi 4P covering the entire line, the entire longitude line from pole to pole. These are 4Ps each. Ooh, pretty quick too. Tectal's not really able to keep everything contained. Phoenixian can't really do it as well either. Couple of drops. Speaking of drops, getting up Ruby dropping in 2 times, gets the 2B on the burst, ready for it. This one's gonna be huge. Looking to take some more CC pressure. Can't get in time, a little too slow. But Phoenixian's able to wiggle out. Earned a lot of time from that. They got clipped on the backside, but it didn't really mean too much. Running into a late air dash JAA though means a whole lot. Double super. 4 meters to make sure Carmine doesn't say anything else in game 2. Staying in the front side with the 5 speed, getting another sandwich. This is going to be pretty hard for Phoenixian. Only has the level 3 res. He's trying to up back out of the sandwich, but nah, that's a lot of bread over there. Big 4P, bruh. This just crossed my mind that both of Tekkel's 4Ps are bigger than any building in my city. They're huge! Skyscrapers. It's gonna be the second game. Very convincing with the second game. It has a lot of life still sitting over there.
Can you
Jeez.
show off some of your ninja skills? Oh, can we fight?
So yeah, Blake Yumi, no good. Yang Carmine is not the answer. So what kind of look is Phoenixian gonna throw at Tekkel in the third game to try to crack the ice and get on the board? I don't know. The Blake Yumi game was closer. Can't remember if Phoenixian has played any other teams in tournament. Going back to Yang Carmine.
Get ready.
I mean, it's easy for me to say this feels rough because of the last game, but that's a lot of explosive power. So that's what we're gonna rely on as we go into game 3.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Tekkel trying to see if he can get another sweep, move on into winners finals. Not grand just yet. Phoenixian just trying to get the board. Start, it's not agreeing with that. Got caught trying to move. I'm pretty sure Tekkel wanted a 5P there, but eventually gets it later and is looking for the burst. Nothing doing just yet. So much damage has been done. He's okay with giving up a little bit up front to try to see if he can snipe Carmine. And he's looking for it again, and he finds him in the backside. Counter hit, cross up JA. Throw all your terminology on it because it's good. A bit of a drop. Say it's a drop opportunity. One that Tekkel's making good. In on the front side, gets down in time to block the Carmine DP, and that's going to be the end of the red man. Then coming in with Semblance. Still has res in the backside, and she's not going to get to use it. She's not going to get to use it at all. Done. 3-0 for Tekkel West Side. West Side!
I can't believe I actually got to fight a
I'm running
real
that in the
ninja.
ground when you have it.
Hey, can you show off
the
some
small
of your
things.
ninja skills?
It's the small things, but those are 3 big games. And it's just Phoenixian could never get anything started, honestly. There's like a couple of pokes here and there in neutral, but I don't even think they really found the mark from what I remember. I don't remember any standout sequences that says like there was even established offense. It was just Tech to win their time and time again. Shall we keep shuffling and hustling around here in Zonebreakers? Already sliding into our second match for winners round 2. Gonna be Razzo. Whoa. Yo, I haven't seen this team since the last update. And I had to look at this team quite a bit. Over there with Merkava and Hakumen.
I shall cut through any
Okay.
evil that stands in the path of
Gonna be going
righteousness,
against a
and I
Diddley
shall
Ruby
ride on their
Rachel.
remains.
Bro, Merkava, Hakumen.
Can't
Yo, they
escape
still
from
ship these out?
crossing
Guess we'll see. I'm liking the ideas that I've seen. Even though they're 2 big characters, I don't want to just flat out say slow, but they're not like the 2 most mobile characters. They're also 2 characters that take up a lot of space. JC, active switch, pretty good for Razzo. He finds his way and can't bring the Ruby back down, so she's going to be able to square her way out of the combo, call Rachel to get a little bit of a help. Taking the high road. Woohoo! Okay. Has a beat on where she is. GPS located to pull her out of the sky. Hold on to the second knee, dude. Faking into the throw. Can't take Rachel out just yet. Ooh. And I'm pretty sure Diddley was really looking for the side swap right there. Still gets the pick up after the scramble and keeps Rachel alive for a second. That's really fortunate with the way things were panning out right there. Trying to slow play this and get her a little bit more life is Ruby's just stalled. Now in a pretty opportune time, long range 4P. Can't really do too much on the underside. Not the biggest confirm that Razzle's had just yet. It's kind of hard for him because I just looked down. Even though he has a level 4 res, he doesn't have any meter to work with. Just got his first one from getting hit. He's gonna pop the res. Ooh, don't know inside that 5P hit. Neither did Razzle. Could have been a lot worse. Trying to see if he can get his team started. Was looking at Annie, but got cleaned up by the lightning strike. 4P, pretty good. On the backside, counter. That just looked. He swapped. She swapped. She swapped. That's what it was. I was looking so hard at Ruby. I didn't even see the swap myself. Again, it's not about me. About this one-on-one. 5 seconds left on the res. Got all the life back he's gonna get. Thinking the meter as well, but we're gonna just go ahead and dump it in on Hakumen and get on the board. Finds the hit and finds the first game. It looks from Diddley. I was feeling kind of scary. Pretty hefty lead, but you just saw Hakumen able to find some decent hits here and there, and I just can't help but think if any of them, except for the 2B that didn't really lead to anything, if any of the other hits like had some meter behind it, could have possibly been a different game. But you know, there's an infinite amount of possibilities that happened in the past. The one fact that we have, Diddley's up 1-0. So we go into game 2.
I shall cut through any evil that stands.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight, please.
That's how the Hakumen is going. Okay. Pretty clean start for Razzle. And that's the same situation where the drop happened before. But this time looking a little better, getting the throw. A little more damage before burst can even become a possibility. Wasn't ready for the DP, but gets a punish on this word. That's a DP punish. Wasn't the most direct one. Came with the backside with the 6P. Which is why it looked kind of awkward, but it was a DP punish nonetheless, so there's no way to save Ruby at that point. Rachel left on her own with a level 1 res. Since everybody was saying this is the best Rachel, if you ever wanted to put one on your resume and come back right here, we submit that in. Diddley has it in her. Getting a little bit of time with the lightning, but can't get away from the big 5A from Kava. Doesn't have a second meter, might not need it, doesn't. Razzle is a complete control domination in game 2.
Should you fall to savage?
Not really needing projectiles or anything to take the space. Something that Ruby and Rachel is really good. Just put the buttons out there. Long limbs, long swords. Space invasion.
Get ready.
So with one up on each side, it's anybody's games. We're racing to 3.
I shall.
See if Razzle can land another one of these monstrous openings. Expecting a run in, I believe. It's a 5A, but no good. Winds up blocking a sandwich through the swap chair. Diddley wasn't ready for the burst. I'll be saving the day with a 6P. A Hakumen empty jump low. That was, I think that was an empty super jump as well. But another drop. And this drop is really huge for the timing as well, because that would have been so much damage on the Rachel. block. Blocking is a good criteria for getting thrown. Gonna let Makaba take a little more damage. Ready for it! Spooking with the overhead and just knew that if either one of them was gonna hit, that's the ground for calling the burst. Stepping in, too slow, just toss to the deck with the counter. On the backside. Ooh, can't believe that Hakumen was away from that burst. So fortunate for Red. Swinging into a DP. Diddley getting a little more space, but got caught in the air with a counter hit. Quite fortunate that there wasn't no pickup with the 2A there. Trying to bait a DP, bait a counter. Technically kill a DP in this game. Crowder coming in. Waits for it! Saw what was happening. And gets away. And he was looking in the sky for her again. Had the right idea, just didn't have the angle for it. And this was kind of hard, the hard to blockable. I don't even know if that was really the hard to blockable. I just know that was a lot of body standing on top of Rachel. Couldn't see anything happening. Nowhere for her to go. And that's going to be game 3 going over to Razzo. Up 2-1. He's just doing a really good job of suffocating Diddley. Like, there's a couple of times where Ruby's able to break out, get a couple of buttons out there, because I mean, it's hard to contain Ruby. I don't have to play the game to tell you that. The character speaks that, but the flagship Rachel hasn't really been able to do a whole lot in my mind. Like, in that game specifically, there weren't a lot of times where Ruby was able to find the space to get a Rachel 4P on the board or anything. When Rachel was out, there was like one EX shot. That was really about it. There wasn't like a lot of bats. Just not a lot of time to really do anything, as Razzo was able to find the mark time and time again. And it's not always about finding the hit. It's about keeping the control of these two. That's how I feel. Here we go on to game 4. Really trying to take a bit of an aggressive approach with run-in, super jump AAs, and the 6P. The 6P was important in my mind to have some screen control a little bit later. Didn't mean too much, but just the idea was on her mind. Goes to the backside with the low, wasn't ready for it. He's ready for this DP punish. It's going to be a big one. Trip over to the corner using all the Sylphie. A little bit of craziness over there, but Bats ready to save the day. Neutral jump, not the one that she was looking for, so that's going to be Merkaba living to see another day. Looking for the 45, nothing there, but getting out and letting Hakumen do a little bit of work. Hit the thing on the other side. Hit him again! Get him out of here! You don't want to see no dudes over there, no George. Big beefy damage. Doesn't get injured to it, but still able to get out and get a sandwich. This is a meaningful sandwich at this time. Shuts down the cannon. Nothing was doing a little too early. I say a little too early, but bro, that counter was sitting out for an 8. That was an accurate counter. One that bailed Razzo out of that situation, got him away from the 2A. Was able to keep the train rolling, put Ruby on life support, and she's up back for dear life, but can't get away from the dunk. Rachel coming in, DP's not saving her as well, and that's looking like all she wrote is Razzo's gonna take this set 3-1. Yo, let it out, dude. Merkaba screaming to the skies as he's going to be moving on with Razzo to winners finals, square off against Tectal. That was more good games. I can't say that enough. Good games. I am entertained. I'm educated. I think that's the more important thing. Getting to see some new faces, getting to see quote unquote new teams. Again, it's not like a new team. That was one I really questioned it. Like, I haven't seen that in a while. Again, I personally look at BB Tag and vacuum, so I don't see the big pictures of everything. But it's like, is that team really gone to the point of where I shouldn't see it again? Today, got a reminder, still pretty good. Yo, Razzo's coming in with another one though. Coming in with Miss Shirogane. Okay. I guess I had to think about that real hard. Even though I tried to call them Shirogane and Kurogane, Naoto is just a little too hard for some people.
The humanity within
But
me drives
can
me to
keep it
take
simple
part in
for
this fight.
this exchange right here, winners final.
If there is a
Razzo
human soul within you,
coming off of a
I will
hot
find
win
it.
against Diddley. Gonna leave the sword at the door, get armed with a gun, and see how many shots can take over into Tekle. It's over there with the Ruby and the
Can't
Yumi.
escape from crossing
Winners
fate.
finals. Here we go.
Fight.
A really good start. Wasn't ready for the burst though. It's an early burst out of Razzo, so that's kind of an information thing, if you will. Like, sure, Tekle isn't ready for it now, but it's gonna be on his mind later on down the road. Knowing that Merkava is really important for Razzo's plans right now, and this Merkava's getting chopped all the way down to the super, which isn't enough, but the damage has been done at this point. Fade away, J.A. and Shirogane-san, good luck. Over there struggling very hard in close quarter combat. Getting the res out, but it's only a level 1 res, and it's only biding a little bit of time. Can't even get out of the corner. Finally does, but is crawling out of the corner at this point, putting a couple of traps up. Getting some shots, but it's gonna take a lot of shots. It's gonna take like 2 IKs. But no, it's possible. Can't completely rule it out. Tekle's willing to wait. One of the more patient people that I've seen in this scenario, and it finds the time to stand directly on the line of the trap. Like, you had to get out and get the measuring tape to make sure Yumi wasn't a step over there, but ref says she was good, so she fires the 5B, and that's the first round going over to Tekle. That was just a rough start, though, because I feel like the entire pace of the round was set by Razzo trying to not even take like the most aggressive approach, but going forward. And he got clipped out of a jump with Ruby 5A. And when I say clipped, I don't even mean hit. It was just the fact that Tekle was able to make contact and able to gain control at that point. So aside from learning that Merkava's really important to Razzo, important enough that there's going to be an early burst, there wasn't a whole lot of information. I don't think there was a whole lot of information being said. Again, these are the musings of a somewhat untrained eye. Razzo might be seeing otherwise. We're taking a second, getting a character swap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Carmine Hakumen.
Get ready.
Alright, I ain't never seen this one. I can't even pretend that I've seen this one. So, for everything that I'm tooting about being educated,
Looks like you need to get
about
your
to learn.
wings plucked.
About to learn a good bit here in Game 2 Winners Finals. Tekle up 1 game. Just getting the dash and just waiting and letting the ice shards do the work. Good look. But Yumi's not the one you're looking for. Gotta find Mrs. Rose. And she was hiding behind her block. It's so funny. And he was waiting for the counter. Like the ideas from Tekle. Showing that he's seen far too many Hakumens in his day. Wasn't ready for the burst though. And this time, instead of just letting Carmine jump for free, he had a Ruby 4P in the backside. Getting that 4P, reaching into a completely different zip code. Pretty big. Spinning wheel, getting in the way of Carmine. Kind of unfortunate, but Razzo's still in a okay position. Not the best. Trying to see if he can make up a deficit. It's hard for Carmine to do that when he's getting clipped out of the skies with a 4P, getting shot by 6Ps. Ruby's just being a complete pain. No any here. Not out of Razzo though. There's one. Chick confirmed as well. Not all the way down. again drops being the bane of many people's existences so far. Getting Carmine off the table. Now I like the idea just to get away from Yumi 2B. Jared gonna need a little bit more. And Teku perfectly content to wait. Sure, he's gonna be giving up a lot of meters, but as long as he's not taking damage or chip at this point, doesn't mean too much to him at this point. That was a little bit, but the res is gone. Razzle found way in. No anti-air out of Teku. James is going from great to bad really quick. Gives him time to get the point, but doesn't have the distance to get the 2A. So sad. In the air, Teku finds an air-to-air JA and is one hit away from taking this round that looked all but done for Razzle. Razzle finds a hit, finds a big hit, using a bit of meter. Super gonna do it. Just using 2 EXs. Getting in the clutch scenario. Doesn't want to land on a gunshot, but a step in DP. And for how that hit, that appeared to be a cross-up DP. Because he gets to the backside that was on the ground. There was no exclamation point. So Razzle wasn't ready for that. That was a hard one to see, though. Kind of the ones where, since they were floating in the air constantly with just a bunch of different things, gave Teku a good reason to step up and try to just roll the dice. Literally flip a coin with the DP. It's like, you got to guess what side you're landing on. And that's a gamble that went into Teku's pockets. That's the second game in the book for him, trying to see if he can score one more sweep and move on to grands. Razzle, rightfully so, staying with Carmine and Hakumen, because that was a tight battle. I mean, it was tight at the end. It'd be nice to get some more consistency in the middle so it doesn't have to come to a huge workload for Hakumen. We'll see how that pans out in game 3. Fade away, J.A. Good start. Let's roll. Ooh! It's the setup. I'm learning. Bunch of oohs and ahs in my mind. And though, because that was so unfortunate. Like, he had the idea that Yumi was coming, but was a little too early on the punish. Also break the Texas needed. A lot of work has to be done. Solid blocks on the late air dash and a 2D. Okay. Waited for the DP, but didn't get a full punish. Waited a little too long. Let Yumi escape for now. Let's come back to haunt. Cross combos gonna be not a whole lot. Thought that was gonna be a little bit tighter. Because that wasn't. Razzle got a lot of breathing room. Gets Ruby out of here. This is looking really good. Carmine up in the air, just goes down to JC, and that should do it right there. Very easy. And yeah, just able to get out of the gate, get the ball rolling. Razzle getting on the board. Not just done just yet. Just. 1-2.
Get ready.
I gotta cool off a little bit. Getting some hot games going on. Game 4. Rad's on the quest for survival. Trying not to let Teku make it to grand. Did good to stop the sweep. That's something a lot of people can't do against Teku. Stopping the sweep is just a small milestone. Look at the W guys. Getting to the backside, that's a good start. But Hakumen breaking up the clean play. Another DP coming out. This one catching both of them and letting Teku establish a bit of a game. Can't really do too much of it. It's just stabilizing a bit of the craziness that was going on. Razzle coming in, finding a hit around the 5A. Good looks. But again, that's something that's been really plaguing Razzle's play. I'll get back to it if it happens again, because buy one, get one free. That's something that we haven't seen very often. And we'll take any deals that we can get. 16K total on both of them. But allowing technical skirt out gets the 4P and a cross combo. This is a big cross combo as well. Aerial raise and a DP for the hard knockdown. Woo! The defense. Really looking for the 2B afterwards, but couldn't find anything. Didn't want to land in the sandwich, burning a little bit of time using the cross combo. Technical, getting down in time to block the DP, and this is going to be huge. Oh, I thought he was going to get a second one out of that, because that would have been the end of it right there. Could have possibly been looking for the super, but since he missed that, Yumi gone. An unfortunate situation, but Ruby coming in the 2A. The super. Fortune flipping back and forth for both of them. Razzle finds himself in an interesting situation, but yo, the 2B from deep. It's a big one. Rez? Anybody? Nobody? Not yet? Surely Razzle wants to get some of that life back. A lot of red life over there. Yo, so much respect! Patience for both of them not hitting a button at that point. Still looking for it, but the 2B doesn't autocorrect. But one's away. Tekla didn't have to confirm from that. Razzle just buys some time getting some life back. But has the life lead back from the res. Ooh, but the 2B is not there. He gets cleaned up by a deep jump B. I'll say a deep jump B. That was a really high jump B. Bro. It was one that was meant to stuff out anti-airs, and it did its job. Tekla taking winners finals 3-1, and is going to be moving on to the grand finale. Razzle gonna have to take a seat over on the side real quick, down in the losers finals, because we still got one more match to see who's gonna be squaring up against them. See, we still have, what do we have? Loser semis? Loser semis. Get them in there. And while we wait for that, you know what this means. Yes, we gotta go through this. I gotta chill to you. You know, some people are like, I don't want to hear this, but some people want to hear how they can get involved. I mean, you could enter next time. There's going to be another one in 2 weeks. Zonebreakers 5, I'm assuming there is. If not, I'm putting you guys under the gun. But for now, you can help contribute to the pot. This is yet another Matcherino crowd-funded event. Matcherino funded event. And by hitting !Matcherino in the chat, it'll bring up some links. Click the links, go to the Matcherino page. It'll take you to the tournament page for this and Grand Blue, because Grand Blue is still open, by the way. Use your favorite social media. It's gonna be Twitter. Might be Discord. Log in. And for BB Tag, use the code ZBTAG04. Put that in the coupon code field. Hit your enter button or click the mouse if you like using your mouse. It's your choice, either one. And it'll create 50 cents. Yes, it'll just literally make 50 cents to add to the pot. You can also do some sponsor quests, add a little bit more creative money. If you're feeling really generous, and we'd be so thankful, we'd be oh so thankful, you can use your own money to add to the pot. Now, I need to get in there in a second to see who the top no-no is at that point. I think I have a second to do this now while we're getting our loser semis set up. You see it on the screen. Phoenixian over there with Blake and Yumi going back to the original squad. Diddly. It's the star of the show in my book so far, because she plays Rachel. I like Rachel. She also plays Ruby. Ruby's a pretty good character to put in front of Rachel. Ruby, Rachel. Team over there on the left side. You get into losers semi. Here we go. Try to see who's going to take another step through the bracket of alternative success to make it over to the final, the losers finals, that is. Quiet start. Did a first contact. I don't know if that was supposed to be a DP or a push block, but Phoenixian didn't want anything to do with that. Wasn't in town to punish it, but a burst coming out. So neither one of them has cross combo meter right now. It's kind of dangerous. Didn't get both hits to the instant JAs. Getting in again, looking for another one. Not getting clean hits over there. And I kind of wonder if this is a scenario of Yumi having a low enough crouch to where it's kind of hard for Rachel to find the double overhead that happens to her sometimes. Phoenixian will gladly take it at this point, blocking the reversal super soak. Don't read. I know you know, so let me just go ahead and slide Ruby in here for free. I mean, she's getting lit up, but Ruby's gonna be able to burst again if she needs it. I mean, the burst would have been back at this point, but the bigger thing is Rachel lives to see another day, and that could be what Diddley needs, is sliding Rachel in the position, you know, keep her tucked for now. Ruby runs into the loving arms of Blake. Simple throw. Locked in the corner, gets to the backside, immediately in the super. Doesn't want Rachel coming to save the day, but it's not enough to take Ruby out just yet. Going to the fadeaway, JB, get some space, get away from it. You want her, you can have her. I'm trying to see what's on your mind. Came out, flipped the bucket, and dumped all the meter on the floor. Says, I don't want this. The stock market crashed. I don't want none of this. A close range counter hit 5B, nothing really doing. Backside. The longest delay on the 2C. And that was a front side 2C. There was the yellow mark. So that just caught Deadly while she was trying to up back move. Ruby is in. Gets her hit. Doable. It's hard, but it's doable. She has a level 4 res in her pocket. Skirts away from the first 2B. Flipped by the second one. I think Blake was able to sneak his way to the backside right before the swap. It's really hard to tell. I mean, that's what you're looking for. Which side did that hit on? It's not my problem. It's yours.
No matter what world.
Nixie will gladly take. Gets on the board. First strike in our semis final. Whew. Keep these games coming. Game 2. Ain't switching characters just yet. You gotta have it in the back of your mind. If Blake and Yumi is not getting the job done, it's possible that Yang and Carmine could rear their heads in this semifinals match.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
That's a possibility. Worry about that when the time comes. Jumping JA 6B, just get a lot of real estate to start off with Diddley. Gets the side swap as well. And this time making the adjustment for the instant JA. I want to say making the adjustment again. I can't be 100% sure, but there is a confirm from that one. So something happened that was different. Good blocks. The blocks only last for so long because she has 4 stocks of win now, so she's coming in again and again. Get off. Is that TK? No. But nothing really doing. Just running into the 5. Possibly looking for a throw? Who knows? Know that Ruby's in again. Blake on the backside. Doesn't want anything to do with the sandwich, but a little too eager to break out. Nixie is ready. Punish on the DP. Big punish. Already up to 5 digits. Gonna be able to toss another super if they really want to. It's gonna be just shy of 15. Just over 15. Math is moderately difficult. This is looking very difficult for Diddley. Calls and Rachel and George doubling down on the overheads, and that's a good way to mount. I want to say a comeback. Life bars make it kind of hard. Don't need to worry about where the position is. Need to know that another burst was out there saving the day just for a second, but it doesn't really mean too much. Back in there again. Back gas. You're looking for the rollout. Nothing doing. So you're stuck in the corner, but you want to stay there. That means you want to get hit in the dome piece. Sit in my chair. You don't want anything to do with burst. And Rachel is making things happen for Diddley. Phoenixian's gonna go to level 4 res, but burning all the time. Throwing 2 Georges out there as well. Just making the ground a minefield for Phoenixian. So kind of hard. George is still over there lurking. Oh man, that would have been so great. Chicken blocking, just get a little bit of space. Ran in and slapped the 5A. They need a little more than a 5A. They have a 4P, no confirm. He's mixing with the smallest of prayers. Down on a pixel. Pixel and prayer, but gets a solid punch, and that's the starter that she wants to use. Okay. I don't know that about you. I mean, I saw that happen a little bit earlier. One combo's not enough. Gets away from the 4P, but didn't bring an umbrella as Diddley reigns in with another instant JA, and that's going to leave us at one apiece. One apiece. One apiece. One apiece. Okay. I was bringing the stream up real quick to look. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's one apiece, but I want to make sure I have time. Thank you. Thank you.
These games are just, very long.
It's a combination of them being long and a combination of I forget. Because I've said this so many times. I'm supposed to have my notepad sitting right here so I don't think about these. But I'm a mid-tier commentator. Ain't about me, though. It's the one thing that I've been saying in the beginning of time. That's the thing that I will say till the end of time. I'm just here talking about Diddley and Phoenixian, they being about it here in game 3. Jumping over the 5A to start things off, but Yumi taking a little bit of a shot. This one's going to mean a lot more. I thought it was. But it was a Rachel 6P instead of a 5P. Bruh. My screen. My screen, not your screen. I get to have all the fun. I get to claim this corner. I get to claim the ground. I get to claim the top side. Put everything where I want it to be. Can't get down there in time to punish the person. Yeah, sitting on those lightning rods feels a little scary. And Phoenixian was trying to scare it away, but lightning strikes twice in the same spot. And the instant air dash JA. I think I was catching a jump out, I believe. But Phoenixian locked in again, bursting to save the day. There's been a decent amount of those just throughout the day. Like, I want to say in the set, but it's been standing out in my mind that a lot of people have been looking for blocks and then bursting, and there haven't been too many responses to that. I mean, it's a pretty good tactic and everything, but something to be mindful of. 5A, finding a hit, finding the carry too. Long carry, coast to coast. Ooh. What side was that on? What side? That's the perfect 50-50. Just neutral jump straight over somebody. Our favorite kind of mix.
I don't think it mattered what side that was on, regardless, because that just punished the counter. Because it's so long lasting.
Getting away from the 4P, but still could check the defenses. Ooh, that one is flame clone.
Not a good Rachel though.
Not just yet, but it's not looking. It wasn't looking good for Ruby on her incoming, but able to start away EX boomerang.
Oh my gosh! Don't get hit.
I had all the time to see that. Wasn't worried about that one too much. Oh. Diddley constantly looking in the air with Jay, trying to see if she can clip Phoenixian in the air, but Phoenixian's been staying grounded. Been working out pretty well. Gonna put a meaty on there? Yes! Late air dash. Caught Diddley looking at her ankles, and that's gonna be game 3 going over to Phoenixian up 2-1. Bruh, like, waited for the last second before that air dash came out. Was high-fiving the floor. It was like, nah, overheads. Got him.
Yeah, that was some really good pressure coming out from Phoenix. He bided his time and just waited for the right opportunity. But one thing we have noticed from watching this sets, though, is that once Diddley gets her offense going, she just, like... once she gets you in a vortex, it's very hard to get out of it.
Huh?
Rachel's mix-ups, Rachel's mix-ups were already good. But then they gave her more win stocks, which then allowed her to extend her pressure even longer.
Excuse me, they returned the win stocks that they took from her.
You're right.
Starting off game 4, Diddley coming out with her one of her patented openers, running forward, jumping 6P and a JA. I'll figure it out. It takes a lot of space. It's like just a wall coming in. It leaves Rachel in a decent spot, but she can't really keep Yumi down. So Phoenixian's able to get a little bit of space. Not looking for the DP though.
Ooh, good punish though. This is the incoming.
Staying on the front side. Didn't have the range on the A. Still Phoenixian knocked the player. Wasn't ready for that to hit, but wasn't really on his agenda.
Ruby 6 speed is barely clipping him there. Yeah, we gotta deal with George too. Oh, George, the homie. Having a super clutch.
I still can't believe Phoenixie sat there and watched George waddle across the field. Like, nah, ain't no way he's doing it. Holding on for dear life, not long enough. Nice. The simplest of step in 2As is enough to take Yumi out, and Blake gonna follow quickly in suit.
That use of the Sylphate there was really good to get basically that super good empty jump mix.
Yeah.
That feels like it's almost unreactable.
Probably. Like, don't even have to say net
Very
play is
close to
involved. Yeah, it's like, don't even have to say net play is involved. It's just like, good luck. She's kind of quick, yo.
And for those who are watching, we did hit top 3 payout for BB Tag with the combination of players plus the overall, whatchamacallit, the overall prize pool on the Matcherino. So that's good. So these two are fighting for a third, basically for money right now. So game 5 for money to get into the money. Duh. I can't word today.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Winner gets a paycheck. Loser gets to appreciate the fact that they got the iterate tournament for free. But nobody wants to be in the losing end of this as we're getting into game 5. Rachel 4P again, striking over in the corner. Phoenixian wasn't ready for that.
Oh, drops the combo unfortunately. Very good mix-up.
Aiming at an ankle, bruh.
What side did that hit on?
It was low. That's the only thing I can tell you, because Dylan was ready for it. There was the yellow mark, so
right.
We don't care about the side. It was low.
I get that it was low, but like I don't know if Blake completely stole the corner there yet or not.
We ain't worried about that right now. We're worried about George. Deal with George.
She just hit George with JC and just removed him from existence.
And an uncombo combo coming out.
Getting some damage. Ooh.
2B. He's looking for the burst there. Nothing doing. And you're going to get another chance. Have to look for another burst again.
Did she miss the buzzsaw or did she try and bait burst?
And no telling. Could have been either or. But with the position that Diddley's sitting in at this point, I don't think she really matters either way. Like, could afford to give it up as long as it's not too much damage at this point. Especially looking for something like that.
Very good burst bait there.
Yumi tempting fake coming in to save Blake, and Blake is the last chance that Phoenixian has to make some money today. He gets out of a sandwich. So who we getting there? Rachel getting there?
No, misses the confirm. Oh, it's the cross up.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Ruby hits him out of midair with the. Was that JB or is it? I can't tell which one that was. But regardless, getting that hit, trying to. I believe Blake went for 5C there, because I heard the sound there. But yeah, Diddley taking that 3-2 in a very close set. So good stuff to Diddley, making it in the money. Always good.
Usually, yeah. Pretty rare you come across somebody that enters a tournament and they're like, I don't want the money.
So the Blazblue plot actually made it up to $70 today.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad. Not bad for, free tournament.
Get ready.
Can't complain about that. So
But
we're going to be going into game number 1 here for Losers Finals.
Have Diddley still over there seeing if she can make it to the top side of Grand Finals and end her path to Razzo with the Merkava Hakumen again. Rematch of what we followed it earlier. First one was going to Razzo. The first big hit going to Razzo in this repeat match. And this time making sure to bring Rubio all the way down.
Oh my, that might have been an unblockable.
You know how you cliff note it, you call it hard to blockable. If you feel blockable, I mean, it's still hard to block.
That covers your options.
Got caught in
Ruby just kind of got eliminated there and fucking...
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That was one of the things that happened a few times in the first time they played, where just Razzle came out the gate, got a really strong showing. Diddley wasn't able to get any space with Ruby, and it's not even so much pressing Ruby buttons, but not even the space to get a Rachel assist out there, because she's able to get so much done with just like stepping in, blocking, and using Rachel 4P. But you need a Ruby to do that.
But Diddley making some really decent comeback here. Gets the unblock. Oh no, that was so smart. Razzo DP'd the super in the air to have the iframes to not get unblockable. But still in a bad position, gets the burst thing though. Gonna be some good damage.
Ooh, that was a bit of a drop. I think there was a little bit of wind.
Kiss the fuzzy.
Fuzzy double overhead, either or. Quad overheads, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of overhead. Oh, gets the sandwich. Oh, misses. Oh,
nah, he's getting that sandwich. We going this way, dog. Gonna hop right in the line. I'm eating tonight. Yeah, everyone kind of looking.
Everyone in this top three is going to be eating tonight with them being in the money.
Yeah. So the end of it was looking kind of scary because you saw Razzle was really reaching for 5B, but just couldn't find the space. Right. Had a speed though to slide back under there.
Yeah.
Reestablish the sandwich.
I was a little unfortunate that they dropped the sandwich, but overall still managed to get the confirm that they needed. And Razzo did take game number 1, so. I love that sight on my screen, all 4 bars. It's beautiful. Beautiful sight.
Get ready.
What do you do?
Peak delay net play.
All right, what are you doing with the 4 bars though? You ain't playing with them. Ooh, got him.
It's okay. We get to commentate in real time.
I mean, that's not my problem. It could be 1 bar. I still commentate the same.
It's not Microsoft PowerPoint. That's all that matters. Anyways.
Game 2, picking up a drop opportunity. Fell into Razzle's lap with a nice 5A. Pretty beefy start.
Oh, try to bait the DP there. Unfortunately, going to get caught there. Does get Hakumen in, though, which is good.
Really good way to get Hakumen in. Ooh, yeah.
He had to switch to Ruby there. I mean, he had to switch to Rachel to make sure Ruby didn't die.
Yeah, I forget, that's a full screen unblockable in that evolve, right?
It's only like half the screen you can jump over it.
Oh. So it's like the lower half of the screen unblockable, huh?
Basically, yeah.
Alright.
If you proc that, you have to super jump away from it.
We'll have to catch that a little bit later, because even though Razzle was able to find a hit of it, it's not meaning too much because Rachel's here.
Diddley's going in right now, gets the setup with George. Good DP out, utilizing that push block and gets the instant overhead though. There was great utilization of push block right there for Razzo to be able to get out of that situation. Oh, very good push block from Diddley.
Skirting out of a sandwich. And finding the air-to-air hit with a falling JA, and gets the confirm, or JB, gets the confirm as well. Over to the corner, doesn't get the second burst, which
see,
a little bit unfortunate, but it happened.
For sure. Oh, that was almost gross.
Yeah, that's the second time that happened to Diddley, and that's the second time that led to an unfortunate end to Rachel.
Oh, did you see Ruby backdash Merkava 5P? He got the invul in order to avoid it. Gonna see the kill on Hakumen here. Just in time before he did get burst back, but now 1v1 Ruby versus Merkava. Both are at level 4 resonance, so they're both gonna be doing some decent damage if they get in there.
Oh, felt kind of scary, but opting to give up an air dash. Eventually finds the 2C. Don't know if it's going to be enough, but nah.
Probably not. Just there.
What's the mix going to be? That's the important thing. Switch block, get a little bit of space. They're still under assault. And both the reses are gone, don't even need it. This gets flown into.
This get hit by that glide attack. Razzo keeping up the pressure, going up 2-0 right now over Diddley.
Savagery. You do so at your...
It's rough. These games are rough for Diddley. It's just, bruh. Do you see like the inflatable balloon guy from in front of the car shop, man? That's literally what Merkava is. Just reaches across the street.
You got the balloon guy and the human resources manager on the same team.
Yeah. Coming in with the yardstick, making sure all the measurements are correct. Who?
Get ready.
I see.
All right.
Get ready.
Interesting. Let's see where this goes. I've not seen Diddley play this team before. I didn't even know she had it.
You don't understand. Behind every great Rachel is an Adachi Narukami.
I shall cut
The Swiss Army knife.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Ooh. Narukami Swift Strike. Really assist. Good way to start.
Drops the combo, unfortunately.
A couple of drops so far, but confirmed that Razzo really needs at this point, putting a decent hurting on Narukami. Half bar gone, left him on his back in the corner, and in a sandwich as well. Got you coming in, making a little bit of space. Get tagged for it. Yo, the long arm. Doesn't mean a whole lot.
Gonna be a decent conversion here. Gets the buff. Heat Riser. Nice block.
It was a little too slow, so she was waiting to see if there was a counter coming out. Nothing doing, so Razzo gets to walk away from that one for now.
Wasn't paying attention to the meter there. That definitely was not able to be bursted. Oh!
Blocks in time! Gets the side block!
Tries to go for that Atom Smasher, but doesn't do anything, and then gets clipped by Merkava, and that's going to be Narukami down. But no! Narukami's living on a prayer right now.
You're gonna just run him into the ground? I think that's the plan. Gets tagged with a 2A. It's all
Could be make her a break.
Nah, it's broken. It's broken. Broken in half.
Oh no. Very unfortunate. But Razzo taking it at 3-0 over Diddley. Very good stuff to both of them for making it this far. Congrats to Razzo for moving on to Grand Finals to fight Tectal.
What's up?
Oh, that's funny. I'm being messed up. he had tagged Tectal Eastside versus tournament organizers.
Oh,
The next match on stream.
I mean, if Tectal is able to take this grand final set, that's literally going to be his next opponent, the TOs that need to pay him, but he's got to make it to the end. He's in a pretty good spot. Only needs to win 3 games against an opponent that he's already beaten in this tournament, but it's still got to be done. Razzo, again, just saw him claw his way out of the bracket of alternative success. He's going to need not 3, but 6 games to take away the first place prize. So this is going to be looking kind of rough, but just because it's rough doesn't mean it's impossible. Let's see what's happening.
All right, here we go. Game number 1.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight.
Ruby coming in again. Doesn't have Rachel behind me this time. Has a Yumi, but she might be calling Yumi sooner rather than later, and there she is. Stepping in a staggered 5A or delayed 5A. The Hakumen got slapped. Stepped into a sandwich, but it's a sandwich that didn't really have a lot of meat on it, so they're able to just blow through it and gets the cross up. This the accuracy. More accurate term to say. Trying to hold on. Nice! Was ready for the rain. Blocked the top side. And just taking a burst from block just to get a healthy Yumi in there. Baits the throw. You reach IT. Good looks from Tectal. Aerial Rave just before a burst can come out, and he's going to go ahead and super and not leave Razzle any chance to save Hakuma. Merkava coming in, only a level 2 res, full bar, 4 meter to work with. So I think it's possible, but it's a lot of life to work with. Tagging Yumi in again. Slapped her on the head and just went back to his side of the screen. Just a little bit of a head pat. Nice. Here's the bar. JA funny. Missed the timing, but that doesn't matter too much. Yeah. Razzle understands what the threat is at that point. Like, gets to see another look, but it's not the cleanest one. Doesn't want Ruby throwing any pressure in the face, so having to spend some time and clean that up first. Gets the grab. Long range on. Say grab, it's not literally a throw. It's an attack throw. Another cross combo. One just to stall out some time. And if Tectal would have got the autocorrect on the jump right there, that could have been the end of the round. But Razzle still getting some more chances to play. Gets away from the pressure, but finds himself in a sandwich, and that's going to be game one. Going over to the west side.
I can't believe I actually got to fight a real.
Tectal west.
Tectal takes game number 1 once again.
Again? You just had this planned, huh?
Huh?
Tectal takes game 1 again? You saying it's scripted?
I don't know. It feels like it at this point.
You didn't say no.
It feels like it at this point, to be honest.
You didn't say no. Oh, no. Don't do this to me.
It's not, but it feels like it is.
Now you're just trying to cover your tracks. Razzle, say that again. Go ahead.
Get ready.
You're
Get ready.
I was going to say, he takes game 1 again, as most of
of
the sets that Tectal has played, he usually takes game 1.
Oh.
Going
Those are in the past.
Do I need to like make a stat chart of every game that Tectal wins in the set?
I mean, I'm pretty sure some people would really appreciate some stats on the stream. You trying to run a sports ticket?
I mean, maybe. I don't know how hard that would be.
That's something for you to work out on the backside. We got games right now. We got dash and 5Bs right now. We got sandwiches right now. And we don't even need the entire sandwich. The 5B was good enough as is. Forced out the burst, but catching up a little further with the action. Tectal dropping his auto combo right there.
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
That's very confusing. That's more than a little bit.
But I don't know how you would drop an auto combo. You just kind of mash the button.
Now, somebody was talking about the beauty of 4 bars over there. If you're going to call online, 4 bar is the promised plan. But either way, that's still Merkava going down to damnation. And it's not looking really good.
What? Oh, he dropped out of that, too.
That one could have been too many hits, you know?
Yeah. Looked like it.
Please get off me.
Oh, very good. Getting that, baiting the counter, and Tectal takes game number 2.
You say baiting the counter like Razzle wasn't just hammering over there. Please give me all of the iframes.
I don't blame him, man.
Trying to use any means necessary to get away from Ruby Yumi, but it wasn't happening in game 2. Now Razzle only has one more shot.
Yeah, in some instances, it can be really hard to get away from those two. They have really big buttons. They have like really good range. They got a lot of good stuff.
I want to say in every instance that Tectal has been presenting, it's pretty hard to get away from him.
Yeah,
that's what it's been looking like for a while now.
For sure.
Is he gonna put his hopes and dreams on another team? That's what I'm feeling.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Me.
Oh.
Get
Interesting.
ready.
Interesting choice. I know if Las Vendidas is in the chat, he is like probably going crazy right now with Chie being on the screen.
But see, here's my thing.
Crossing fate.
This is the kind of thing that you pull out. If you pull it out in a situation like this, it's not fine. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. I mean, taking the 2A is a lot better than taking the JA starter.
I agree.
But yeah, I think this is actually going to wind up being extremely hard for Rezo.
It just depends on how polished his Chie Yumi is.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you pull out a team like this in this scenario, is it really going to be polished? Because you're leaving this as a last-ditch effort. If it was polished, you would be using it because it's pretty strong. Case in point, Chie doesn't exist anymore. So
yeah, it's very unfortunate. Chie's gone. Chie is out of the equation. It's just solo Yumi, and she does get the happy birthday. What?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Scaling from Aerial Rave hitting 2 people, it makes sense in my mind.
I just didn't expect it to drop.
Yeah. I mean, hitting 2 characters adds scaling, so one of the most unfortunate times for Razzle to find that out, lands on a 2B.
Tries to go for the reset and gets hit with an EX Fireball. I'm sorry, Ice Ball. And yeah, Tactile takes it 3-0 over Razzo. That was a fairly quick set compared to most of the other sets that we've had today.
I can't believe I actually
Yeah.
fight a real ninja. Hey, can you show off some of your ninja skills? Oh, can we find
You're not going to keep going with that? Fine. Razzle takes second place. Leap over in third. I mean, I got to clean it up for you, man.
Yeah, you clean it up for me, man. I appreciate you.
You appreciate me, but I appreciate all of you.
For sure. I
All of you.
appreciate everybody watching right now. Everybody that signed up, everybody who donated, everybody that just made this event possible. I appreciate all of you. So
I like the part where you just subtly thank yourself.
I don't appreciate. Well, that's the story for another day. But anyways, I believe that is it for us. In addition, at least in regards to our next event, I know we're talking about maybe making some possible changes to it. So just the best way to know about that, we will be probably making some announcement on our social media within the next couple days. So definitely look out for that. If the plans don't flesh out 100%, our next event will be in 2 weeks, but we may be switching this to a weekly thing. So we will. That's to be continued. So just stay on top of Twitter. We should be making a post within the next 2 to 3 days on that to be 100% set on that. So I believe that's it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you guys want to drop us a follow, that'd be appreciated. So you can keep up to date with everything that's going on. So anything you want to say before we go, Dougie?
Bye.
All right. Appreciate y'all. You have a good day, man.